Hello everyone. Today we're going to take a look at Kenobi, which is a workflow on exploiting a Linux machine, enumerate Samba for shares, manipulate a vulnerable version of ProFTPD, and escalate your privileges with path variable manipulation. So let's get started. I've already started the machine and this is the IP address we receive in return. Let's do IP 10.10.18.142. Export. Now I don't have to keep typing the numbers for the IP address. I can just type IP. I've already started the VPN as well, so we can test to see if we have a tunnel IP config, if config. Yes, we do, and this is the tunnel for the Tryhackme VPN IP address, which is 10.14.90.1.201, and we can ping the machine IP address to see if we have, if we can connect. Let's do ping. Yes, we can. Let's cancel that. Now let's run our scan. I've already started this machine halfway, like answer a couple of questions, but I can start over and just to show you guys the step that I took to get to answer these questions. Let's run the Nmap scan. Let's do Nmap SC SV 5A ON. Let's do Kenobi scan and the IP address. So the machine have 7 ports open. We're gonna see that soon once the scan finish. And we have Samba running on port 445 and 129, which we're probably gonna take a look at. Okay, the scan is done. Okay, so we have port 21, FTPD running FTPD. We have port 22 running SSH. We have port 80 running Apache. We have 111 running RPC bind. We have 139, 145, which is running Samba. And we have we have a whole lot more ports. That's interesting. What skin did I run? SCSV T5. Oh, maybe it's because of T5. I usually do T4. That is a whole lot more port I'm seeing. But there should only be 7 ports. Let's try it with T4 and see if we have something different. Let's give that some times. Yeah, that is very interesting that we have all of these ports open. Well, we don't really know if they're open because they are filtered, but these are open because it's clearly stated open, but these ones are all filtered. Yeah, so we should have only 7 ports, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 open ports. Let's see if the others can finish. So we can, okay, I think it's done. All right. Okay, so yeah, that one is much better. As you can see, 7 ports. Like the other skin, maybe the T5 kind of push the machine to its limit. So that's how I got 7 port for number 2. Question number 2, task 1. Let's move to task number 2. They want us to use Nmap. We can enumerate a machine for SMB shares. So Samba is the standard Windows interoperability suite of programs for Linux and Unix. It allows end users to access and use files, printers, and other commonly shared resources on company's intranet or internet, it's often referred to as a network file system. Samba is based on the Common Client Server Protocol of SMB. SMB is developed only for Windows. Without Samba, other computer platforms would be isolated from Windows machine, even if they were part of the same network. Okay, so this is the scan that they provided us. We can give it a try. Let's clear our screen. Let's do nmap-p for port. We want scanning only one port, 445. We're doing script echo SMB enum shares and SE, and then we're doing SMB enum users and SE and the IP address. Hopefully that is correct. Okay, we can take a look. I know they only provided us with 2 scripts to run for the SMB, but SMB actually have way more script you can run. So if we go here and then we type find, we're searching the whole system. Type would be file name, but we don't have a name. We're just gonna give it some of the letters find. For example, we just gonna put that NSC, so that will only shows us everything that finished with NSC. So we're gonna put stars that NSE, stars stars at the beginning and stars at the end, mean like it's gonna pick up anything that has those 4 characters in it. Let's do sudo. And let's do 2. Since I do sudo, I don't know if that's gonna do anything, but I still like to do it. So as you can see, this is where all the scan located, which is in user share and map scripts, and then whatever the script that you want. Yeah, there's quite a few in here, but we can also limit this search just to print the one for SMB. You can do the same thing, but this time we're just going to do enum no, we're just going to do SMB dash enum, and that will only shows us everything related to SMB. So these are the one that are SMB related. As you can see, the 2 one that they provided us were this one, the shares, and the users. Those are the 2 one that we use. Okay, now let's clear out. Let's take a look at the scan. Use the nmap command above how many shares have been found. I believe that's 3. We have IPC, we have anonymous, which we can get access to because we don't need credential, and then we have prints. Well, not prints, print. So that's 3. On most distribution of Linux, SMB is already installed. Let's inspect one of the shared. They want us to take a look at anonymous. Let's do that. We can do SMB client, the IP address, and the share, which is inna. Okay, for password, I just press enter because it's anonymous, we don't need credential. And then we can view file or directory in there. So we can type dir or dir. Yeah, I don't know, however you want to pronounce that. So we can see that we only have one file, which is log.txt. Over here, they wanted us to use smb get dash capital O, which I'm guessing if there were multiple things, that would have pretty much get us or download to our local machine everything that they have. But since we only saw that there's only one file, so I can just get it with by type get log.txt, and then that's it. Exit. Now we can view it in our local machine. So once connected, list the file on the share. What is the file you can see? Can you see? Which is the log.txt. Let's take a look at that. Let's do gedit log. This is a public key. Some interesting things that are found in the log file is that we can see that Kenobi do have a .ssh, which means we probably can get access to his private key and log in as him to SSH, which sound pretty good. That's probably what we'll end up doing. Okay, they're running ProFTPD on port 21. What else? Okay, we already know his name or username is Kenobi. A basic anonymous configuration, no upload directory. If you do not want anonymous users, simply delete this entire anonymous section. Okay, not that important. Okay, what else that looks interesting in here? Okay, they do have a var/log/samba, but we're not gonna bother. We don't want to look at any logs. What else? Okay, we have that looks like an email, but not important. Okay, what else? Okay, okay. Um, okay, yeah, there's nothing. There's really not much other than we found out that Kenobi do have a .ssh directory with his public and private key, which we can try to get access to and log in as him. So let's see. What port is FTP is running on? That is port 21. Your early Nmap port scan will have shown port 111 running the service RPC bind. This is just a server that converts remote procedure call program number into universal address. When an RPC service is started, it tells RPC bind the address at which it is listening in the RPC program number. Wait, in the RPC program number, it's prepared to serve. Yeah, I don't think that lingo is quite correct. Okay, but anyway, in our case, port 111 is access to a network file system. Let's use Nmap to enumerate this. Okay, they want us to use another script, nfs-ls and nfs statfs and show mount. I'm going to skip all that. Well, let me show it. Well, first, there's a shorter version you can run. You can just type show mount -e and the IP address. That will show us anything that we can mount that is mountable, I guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick to that. So let's do that. So as you can see, we only have one mount point, the var directory, which we can use. We can dump in our system to view because we can't really do much with this unless we dump it somewhere to view the content that is inside of it. So now I'll show you guys just running show mount -eip show us the answer, which is the answer to the question. But let's also run the one that they provided, nmap p111 script equal nfs in the IP address. Yes, as you can see, it's the same thing. I mean, we have a little bit more information, like the port. This is an NFS show mount, but we don't really care much for this for anything else. We just need to know the name of the directory or the mount point that we can see, which is the /var. Okay, we're making progress. Let's keep going. Gain initial access with ProFTPD. ProFTPD is a free and open source FTP server compatible with Unix and Windows systems. It's also been vulnerable in the past software version. Let's get the version of ProFTPD. Use NCAT to connect to the machine on FTP port. Okay, let's do that. On our scan, I'm pretty sure that was version 1.3.5. Let's do cat Kenobi scan. Yes, so 135. 1.3.5, that's the port that it's running on. No, version, I should say, not port. We can use searchploit to find exploit for a particular software version. Searchploit is basically just a command line search tool for exploitdb.com. How many exploits are there for the ProFTPD running? Let's see if I have searchploit installed. We can do search exploit, and we're gonna ProFTPD, the version. Okay, good. We only have 4 exploit, and the one that we mostly interested in is those mod copy one, and we also have a remote execution one. I'm guessing the remote is got cut off, or maybe just remote. Who knows? Okay, how many exploit? I think that was 4. Yeah, 4. Submit. Okay, you should have found an exploit from ProFTPD mod copy module. Let's take a look at what this is. Okay, so the ProFTPD module mod copy allow us to copy file from one location to the next. So let me see if I can make this bigger. Yes, we can. Okay. The mod copy module implements site CPFR, which I'm guessing is copy from, and site CPTO is copy to. Command which can be used to copy file directories from one place to another on the server without having to transfer the data to the client and back. This module is contained in the mod copy.c file for ProFTPD version 1.3.x and is not compiled by default. Installation instructions are discussed here. The most current version of mod copy is distributed with the ProFTPD source code. Okay, I mean, this document gives us some example on configuration and how to use it. So syntax for site CPFR is the site, and then the source path of the file you want to copy, and site CPTO, which is the data where you want the file to be downloaded to. Okay, so we're now going to copy Kenobi private key using site-cpfr and site-cpto commands. We knew that the var directory was mount. We could see in task 2 question 4. So we have now moved Kenobi private key to the var temp directory. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't. Okay, so what they want us to, let's mount the var temp directory to our machine. First, we need to create a mounting point. Let's do that. We're going to create a folder first, make tier, well, let's run sudo -mc. We're gonna name him Kenobi and NFS. Okay, now if I go to the /mount, there should be a Kenobi NFS directory in there. Now they want us to move the var mount that we saw earlier to the new directory we just created. So we can do the same thing. We're gonna say sudo mount the IP address, and we're gonna copy everything, mount Kenobi. Okay, so now if we take a look, we should see inside of the Kenobi NFS, there's a bunch of file directories. So let's do ls mnc Kenobi. Bingo. So as you can see, everything that was inside of var now is in our machine. We can view it. So we have crash, cache, like, logs, mail, app, snap, CMP. Okay. Now we have a network mount on our deploy machine. We can go to var temp and get the private key, then log into Kenobi account. Okay, let's answer this question. Oh, actually, I skip a step. I'm surprised. I'm already all the way out here. Huh. Wait. If I skip a step, would I still be able to get the? Let me see something. This is for temp. Okay, actually, okay, I can still do this because because the where we dump the IDS is different than this. So okay, I think okay, well, I'm way ahead. Okay, we're going to copy Kenobi private key. Okay, let's do that. Let's log in into the FTP server and see IP port 21, and then we're gonna do site copy from home, which we saw when we look at the log.txt Kenobi .ssh .id rsa site copy from home Kenobi.ssh. Let me make sure the command is correct. Okay. Right, so file exists, file or directory exists, so now it's ready for the destination location. So now we're gonna do site copy to, and we're gonna dump that in our var.temp directory, which is id. That's what we want, id rs. Oops. Okay. Copy successful. So now we knew that the var directory was mount. Okay, we did. Okay, both of these are complete. We can mark them complete. Now let's mount. Let me delete this. Let me start over because I can still do that. Let's exit out. let's go to cd mnc list. Let's remove this so we can start over. Let's do sudo. Oh shit. Oops. Just why did I select this? Sudo. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, that's like the whole root. Well, not really the whole root, but we have a bunch of important things in here. So I can just create a second one and call it Kenobi NFS.1 or something. Okay, so let's create a second one. Let's do MK. Let's do Kenobi. Well, let's just name it Kenobi file. Then we're gonna do mount the IP address for mount and the new one, Kenobi file. Wait, let's see. For something is not quite correct. Let's see. Oh, sudo. I need sudo. Okay, now let's list the content again. MNC Kenobi file. Nope, not that one. Wait. Oh, capital A. Okay. Okay, so it's the same thing we saw earlier. Okay, let's move. Let's keep it going. We now have a network mount on our deploy machine. We can go to VARTIP and get the private key, then log to Kenobi account. Okay, now we're gonna copy that SSH into our own machine. Let's do copy mnc Kenobi file. Okay, that ID. Or say we're gonna copy it into documents Kenobi, which is where I'm currently is. Okay, now let's view it. It's right here. Now let's give it the correct permission, which is 600. ID RSA. Now we can log in as him. If we do SSH -I ID RSA Kenobi, the IP address, we should be able to log in with no issue. Let me do sudo. Yes, enter. Bingo. So now we are in Kenobi. So now we are into his account. Let's dig around. What is Kenobi user flag, which is located in home Kenobi user .txt. We can just say cat home Kenobi user. There you go. So this is his flag. Copy, paste. Okay. Did I miss anything? Did I skip? Seems like I'm too excited. All right, now let's move to the last task, which is privilege escalation with path variable manipulation. Okay, we went over this already, like SUID bit, which allow us to run a program as the owner of the program or file, whatever it is that we're running, without our own permission. Usually, if we're running something as us, the file usually run it as us, but if the SUID bit sticky bit is set, if we're running a file that's has SUID bit, which is like root, then that's what the file would be run as, root, not us, which is not good. But SUID bit, user execute file with permission of the file owner. Yep, that's what I just said, but this is clarified or make it more simple. And SUID bit, that's for group, user execute the file with the permission of the group owner. Sticky bit, no meaning. Okay, SUID bits can be dangerous. Some binaries such as password need to be run with elevated privilege as it's resetting your password on the system. However, other custom files could do that. Cool. Wait, what? However, other custom file could that have the SUID bit can lead to all sorts of issues. To search this, to search what? To search the well, whoever wrote this rule did not take the time to proofread. To search the system for this type of files, run the following command. Okay, let's do that. Let's do find. We're gonna do perm, looking for user, equal s. What else? Oh, type, the type of file, which is type f. And we're gonna send everything that we don't have permission to see into dev null. Okay, let's see. Find / perm user equal s dash type f2. Okay. Okay. We have some action. We have sbin mount NFS. That's pretty normal to have. We have ping 6, ping mount, fuse mount. All of these are standard file that usually have the SUID bit set. We're looking for anything that should not be there. Oh, look at that menu. That's really look out of place. There's another week we can also get the same thing. Let me see if I have. Now let's run it. Linpeas. Okay, finally. Okay, so this is it. Let me make this a little bit more smaller. Okay, so they give us a little bit of legend, what to look for. Red and yellow, 95% of potential vectors. Hopefully that stands for potential. Red, you should take a look to it. Look at it. Light cyan, users with console, blue users without console, and mount dev, green common things, user group SUID, blah 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 blah. Okay, this is gonna be long. Do I have a PGP key? Okay, we're not interested in that. Let's go to where the sticky bits are, probably all the way at the bottom. Or you see, we could have do the same thing here. We could have just run linpeas and copy his private key without doing all the copy, transfer over. We could have just run linpeas, copy his key to our machine, give it the correct permission, we're good to go. Okay, this is what we're interested in, which is this section right here. Red, I believe red is things we should look at. Or maybe not. Maybe this is not the section. Well, actually it is, because there it is. So this is the file that we saw. Where did we saw it again? Somewhere. Okay, well. Yeah, so this is the file that, or binary that we saw, which is unknown because I don't think there's gonna be any menu binary in any machine by default. So someone must have put this in there to do something. So this is how linpeas work. Linpeas pretty much, that is a lot of things. Well, let's do a quick search. What is linpeas? Google will do a better job at giving describing it than I can. I think this does a good job. Is it? Yep. What is linpeas? Linpeas, a comprehensive guide to automated privileged escalation discovery. So, in the realm of cybersecurity, privileged escalation is a technique employed by attackers to gain valid access within a system. By exploiting vulnerabilities or misconfiguration, malicious actors can elevate their privilege from regular user to administrative accounts, granting them control over critical system and data. To combat this threat, security professionals rely on varieties of tools and techniques to identify and remediate potential privilege escalation vulnerabilities. Among these tools, linpeas, which is stands for Linux Privilege Escalation Awesome Script, has emerged as a valuable asset for automating the discovery of privilege escalation opportunities on Linux system. So there you have it. That's what it does. Look for weakness. So how does linpeas work? Linpeas operate by scanning the target system for a wide range of potential vulnerabilities, include misconfiguration, pseudo, exploitable kernel version, vulnerable SUID, and SGID, which is what we're gonna exploit to gain root access on the Kenobi machine, writable file and sensitive directory, and misconfigured services. Okay, I'm not gonna go over all this, but now I'm pretty sure you get the gist. Let's get back to work. What file looked particularly out of ordinary? I believe that was the, well, actually, I don't remember it. Let's go back. Well, yep, that was, oh, US or bin menu. US or bin menu. Okay, run the binary. How many option appears? Okay, now that you guys saw how linpeas works, I can finally sleep in peace now. Okay, let's do, oh, menu. We have three options: status check, kernel version, and if config. It's three, right? Okay. Strings is a command on Linux that looks for a human readable string on a binary. So this shows us the binary is running without a full path. Excuse me. Example, not using user bin curl or user bin uname. As this file one as the root user privilege, we can manipulate our path to gain a root shell. We can manipulate our path again. Yeah, they definitely did not do proofreading this. Okay, let's see what those options do. One, give us a status check. Let's run it again. Number two, kernel version, which we can also get that by using uname -r. Perfect. For number one, I believe that would be a host name. Oh no, it's right here. curl-i localhost. And if you want again and do number three, well, if config, we all know what that do. Okay, doke. So now they want us to run curl, which is gonna show us anything inside of the binary that is human readable. Let's do that. Strings user bin menu. As you can see, we have a bunch of .bs, well, not bs, bss, .comment, jc dash dot, or underscore underscore j. But what we are interested in are these three options: curl dash capital I localhost uname or and if config, which is really human readable. So this shows us the binary is running without the full path. I mean, they show it to us user bin. So curl is located inside user bin, and then, well, let's find out. Well, let me do it in my own machine instead. Let's do cd user bin list. Let's do grep. Well, let's do list l. Let's do grep. No. Yep, you see that's where curl located, which is in user bin. So if we wanted to run curl, we will have to specify the full path. But here we don't need to do that. We can just type the option and it will do the job. So yep. Okay, as this file one, as the okay, we can see the menu what it's running as. Let's do ls-l bin menu. Wait, what? Oh, that I'm in my own machine. Huh. Okay, let's do ls-l yes or bin menu. As you can see, the S bit is set, and this is running as root, meaning if we are able to get anything inside of this and we run it, it would also run as root and give us root privilege, which I'm pretty sure that's what we're about to do. Okay, which is like reverse engineering, which is very interesting. Okay, let's do that. So they want us to, we're going to copy, well, maybe not copy, but we're going to embed it our bin sh, which is like the bash or the shell that we're using. If we do echo shell, it should be sh. Oh, it's bash. Well, let me see. Echo shell. How do I? Oh, well, sh bin bash. Well, why are they using sh though? S bash is born again shell. I guess sh is just the regular shell. Well, okay. Okay, they want us to, yep, to shove the bin sh into curl, and then we're gonna put it in our path, and when we run the menu, our bin sh that we put inside of curl will run instead of the curl that was inside of the menu. Well, I hope you guys understand this. Okay, let's do that. Let's do echo. Let's do echo. We're gonna curl. We're gonna give it the correct permission. 777, which gives everybody read writers execution right permission. Curl. And now we're gonna add it. Well, before I add it, let's look the path for Kenobi. If we do env, Kenobi path is home Kenobi bin home Kenobi. This is his path. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the dash temp in this path variable, meaning when we run the menu, it's gonna look at the path to run whatever is inside of the menu, and that's how we're gonna get root permission and elevated our permission. So okay, enough time. Let's do. What is the last one? Okay. Let's do export path equal temp path. Now, before I run the menu, if I type env, which is environment variable, that's what it should stand for. But I guess env is the shortcut. We should see his path change now. Yep. If you look over here, now we have the temp directory in front now. So that will also run. Yep. So now if I do user bin menu, let's cross our fingers, because every time I'm doing this, something always goes wrong. Maybe I should prep beforehand. Well, what's the fun in that? There's no fun in that. So now if we press 1, well, if we press option 1, which is where the curl comment was, we should get a root shell instead. Oh, look at that. Now, if I type ID, as you can see, I am still Kenobi, but the whole menu is running as root. Hopefully I get that right. Okay, doke. So now we can get the last flag, which we copied the bin. Well, let's read what it said. We copied the bin sh shell. We did. Call it curl. Give it the correct permission and put it in the location in our path. This means that when the US bin menu binary run, it's using our path variable to find the curl binary, which is actually a version of US or shell, as well as this file being run as root, it run our shell as root as well. Well, that's exactly what I said. Okay, so now we can complete. Now to get the final flag, what is the root flag for root? Now we can type cat root, well, root again, not txt, and this is the flag for root. Copy.